Alright guys, so I wanted to show semester 1, day 1, some of the content, just a little tutorial on some of the questions you're going to see. So I've logged in as a sample student and I'm going to click on continue. This is the first thing that popped up when I logged into Alex. It'll be my practice for day 1. This is going to be really similar to whatever you're learning in your Algebra 1 class as well. So you can see I've already done a little bit of playing around as this sample student. This is the first question that pops up, but of course you can skip between a bunch of them. On this first one, simplifying, we're just working on combining like terms. So here we have 2a plus 3a, and because they both have an a, we can add them like regular numbers. So of course we'd get 5a. So you just go right here, type in 5a, and then hit check, and it will let you know how you did. Kind of similar to how it works in when you're doing your topics. Okay, so in this one earlier, I typed in the wrong answer. So if I'm not sure what's going on, I can say, okay, well, that one didn't work. Here's the correct answer. Let me try another one. So here they gave me a really similar type of question. It's very similar to number 1. We're combining like terms. So over here, moving on to our next one, it would be 4x minus 11x. And now since these have x's, I can combine these. And I would do 4 minus 11, which would be negative 7, and I keep my x along for the ride. So I could type that in, negative 7x, and check my answer. It's all good. So the next topic you're going to see is the distributive property, which we should all be reasonably familiar with. Oh, just kidding. On this one, you're going to combine like terms, but it's in a fraction form. So on this one, we have 2/5 x minus 1/3 x, and we need to get a common denominator. Simplest way to do that is to find a common multiple of both 5 and 3, which is 15. Okay, and so that means I need to multiply this by 3 and this by 5. This would be 6 over 15x minus 5 over 15x, and I get 1 over 15 x. Oops, that should have an x. Because I've got a common denominator, I can just simply subtract the numerators, and here's my answer. So I should get 1 over 15. Oops, 1 over 15x will be my answer. All right. Oh, okay. It got mad at me, just so you know. I put an x on the bottom. The x should be next to the 15. We'll hit recheck. And we got it right. Alright, we're going to skip on to a question about distributing. Now this one's a little bit funny, so that's why I wanted to show it to you. Here it's asking me to distribute. Can I do this? Well, if you remember, distributive property is when you multiply by parentheses. So 3 times 6 plus 9. And you're used to seeing this kind of thing. What this means is do 3 times 6 plus 3 times 9. So the way Alex wants you to do this, so you're going to click yes, and then you're going to actually type this out. So 3 times 6 and 3 times 9, and then you'll hit check. That's how they want you to fill that in. So putting that into practice, you're going to do that like here. So 9 times 2 minus v, all in parentheses. You'll simply do 9 times 2, which is 18, and 9 times negative v, which is negative 9v. So all of this should feel pretty familiar. We're just doing a little bit of review. It's going to be helpful for your, hopefully, for your Algebra 1 class. Now the last one I want to talk to you about today in this little tutorial is one where we're simplifying and we have terms that aren't alike. So we've got 3w minus 6 times 6x minus 4w plus 6x. So right away we can take care of distributing. So we'll copy 3w minus 36x, we get by doing 6 times 6x. And then we'll also do negative 6 times negative 4w. So that'd be negative 24w plus 6x. Now, here we need to identify our w's, those are like terms, and our x's, those are like terms. So we've got 3w and minus 24w, that would give us negative 21w. w. And then we have negative 36x plus 6x, which would be negative 30x. So this should all be review, just a little reminder of how we handle a question. Here we stop. There's no equal signs. We can't solve for x or w or anything like that. We've stopped because we've completely simplified it. So hopefully that jogs your memory on how to do some of these questions for the day. Once you finish this assignment, you will then make sure that you start working on your 2-topic goal for the day, and that will show up right here in your assignments tab. Thanks for watching, guys.